Hey guys, Big T here, and so far my channel has been exclusively Marvel Contest of Champions, and I started my channel to show gameplay off of that game in particular. But I named it Big T Game Reviews because I said to myself, if enough people are interested, I'll start reviewing other games that I like, and review them, and actually even do video series like I've been doing with Marvel Contest of Champions. We just broke the 300 subscriber mark, so that's cool. And the majority of it is positive. It blows me away that these guys and girls, some of them pretty young, dig this old guy and what he's recording and putting out there. So I'm going to keep doing them. I'm going to start adding some videos in. Some of them will be one-shot reviews, just showing off something I would come across. Some of them will be games that I've played a lot in the past and dabble in once in a while still. And this is one of those games. It's called the Blockheads, and this might become a regular series because I haven't played it for a while, but this is a game that I've spent a lot of time on. And the really cool thing with it is, let's see if we can view our version history. Here we go, version history. I've been playing it right from the get-go, and it's been cool because there wasn't a lot of stuff in it initially, and he's constantly coming out with new stuff and adding things to the game. For anyone that's ever played Minecraft, it has some elements and feel of a Minecraft game, but it's very different. It's in the form of a side scroller, but it's adventure. You're mining, you're collecting materials, you're building cool devices. And when I started out, it was you didn't have a lot that you had to worry about. They started adding things that'll kill you, scorpions, trolls. There's now jetpacks. You can get up to these secret islands in the sky that have trees that have gems in them, and it's pretty neat stuff. And the neat thing is he hasn't really messed. It's like I keep saying it's Magic Dave. Dave. I can't remember your last name, Dave. I'm sorry. Dave. Oh, here it is. Dave Frampton. He's kept things as a nice flow, because when he has been adding stuff, he doesn't mess around with what's existing a lot. He'll add an extra bench or something in the bench. And so if you start out playing this game, it'll have that feel of if you had been playing early on and discovering these new releases. Because when you start out, you'll only be able to make certain things, and once you get far enough along and you make a jetpack, it's that kind of discovery. And you won't see it unless you're in multiplayer and you're running around and somebody goes flying by you and you're like, hey, whoa, I need to get one of them. If you're playing single player, you might start seeing the jetpack stuff in your benches, but there's that's this bit of discovery. I give this game 2 thumbs up. I don't really have a rating system. but it's awesome. You get on it and you'll realize that you've blown hours of your time. I shouldn't say blown, but hours of your time have gone by without even realizing it. It's just that fun. So that's the review portion of the video. Like I say, this I'll do on the videos that I haven't played. I will jump right into the game, and I'll do about five minutes of initial play, and then maybe cut out and come back in after I've figured some things out. I've played this game so much, I can do this. I can give you the thumbs up, thumbs down, definitely thumbs up, and now we can jump right into the game, and I can show you kind of what I figured out on it. So we'll continue on. You can, if you decide you've heard enough, you want to go play, get on over there, play. But if you want to see my gameplay and my tips and whatnot, we'll get into that right now. So let's open it up. When you open it up, it'll automatically load the world, just a basic world. I skipped out on that. I exited and went back in so that I can create my own. You can delete the one that's auto-created if you want, and then create your own. I'm gonna make a single player because I deleted my account and started a new one, just to show you what you can expect starting out. You're only gonna have 40 crystals. In order to create a multiplayer server, you have to have quite a few crystals. So you can either buy the crystals or test the waters with single player. You're going to find crystals in the single player as well. So let's create the world. Let's call it. Let's just call it Big T. Oop. Big T's place. Create world. Now it randomly tosses you into. I'm going to skip the tutorial because that's kind of what I'm doing for you here. It kind of drops you in a random spot in the world, so you don't know if it's going to be cold, hot, snow, warm. You can tell if you watch the sun and the stars and the way they cycle through the sky. If they're coming up at a totally vertical, you know you're close to the pole, one of the poles, and you should be okay for weather. It's kind of neat to have snow in that too, so anywhere that it drops you, you're going to want to make shelter right away anyways. So before we get a character, let's go into the menus. First thing, let's go into options. HD textures and double time. Those are the two first things that you can buy. The game is free, but if you want the best look, actually let's do this. Let's make a character. Now, one thing I should say as part of the review, I would like to see at some point would be to customize the look of your blockheads. Right now, all you can do is you can hit random until you cycle to the guy you want. I want this guy here with a mustache and beard. You have to keep hitting random until you get the guy you want. It'd be nice to be able to go in there and just kind of pick the face hair, the color, the skin tone, all that good stuff. But that's a minor thing. So let's call this guy Big T. Warp in. Now, here you go. You got your little dude. You can run around. Now, if you look at him, it looks pretty good. The shadows, Textures are all kind of nice, but it's not HD. If you want and you like the game, first thing I would invest in is I think it's $3.50. Gives you HD textures. Let's turn those on. It says, yeah, there you go, $3.49. I've already bought this, so I'm gonna hit restore. Gives me my message that it's been restored, and there you go. Looks a lot better. You can tell your Blockheads got a nice, lot more detail. The lights in the portal are nice, so that's a definite get. The next thing that you can get that you might want to grab is Double Time. It already restored that for me. I bought that. It's you can use crystals to, if you played any of the time management games, it has that elements of that in it where you can spend crystals to immediately build something. Or you buy this Double Time and it'll actually build the stuff quicker. So get that if you can. Crystals. I've bought crystals. They're not very expensive, and they're handy. Especially if you go out exploring, you might want to get back to your portal without having to run for a long ways. You'll be able to warp back and forth, and that costs crystals, so it's not bad to have some of them in there for an emergency. Then there's also, you don't have to buy them all. Like, let's go into here. Like, if you hit like on Facebook, it's going to give you 50 crystals. So I'm going to type this in. It'll be a break in the video because I'm gonna block out my information. Yeah, there we go. So once you're into your Facebook, hit like, and then you will. There you go. It'll automatically recognize that you've liked the page, and it'll give you your 50 crystals. There we go. We're up to 90. Another 50 crystals to share a link. So let's hit share. Let's share it on my Twitter. Check out the Blockheads. Let's hit post. There we go. Another 50 crystals, and then you're advertising a pretty cool game to your friends and that too, that's good too. Now you're gonna get 20 crystals per video that you watch. They're good deal. All you have to do is watch a quick video.
Coordinate blocked.
You might find something to play here too. We'll let this one play through. I'm going to do each one. The next ones I play, I will, if there is any more, I'll just cut them out. So you'll see a little break here and there.
Coordinate blocked.
Alright, there we go. It actually gave me the same video twice. But we were able to do it twice, and then it'll tell you when you're out of offers. And there you go. I've got 180 crystals in my inventory. At this point, I would normally, if I was I would normally grab, I would probably grab the little $1, 200 crystals. I'm not going to do that right now. We're just going to collect as many as we can. Achievements. I don't have my game center going, so there's little goals that you can accomplish in game center. Options. Of course, we were in there. Gives you some information in your help. Kind of nice to read if you don't know the game. We're going to get right into it here. First thing you're going to notice on the right hand side is you've got your inventory. If you hit the little hand, it'll expand the inventory. They give you a shovel, 5 pieces of fruit or food. In my case, they've given me cherries, and a basket. First thing I like to do is take my shovel, throw it into the basket, get that basket up top, and that kind of keeps things a little organized. Next thing is, I'm going to go exploring and probably find food, but on the off chance that there's no food close by my base or my portal, I'm going to take a cherry, and I'm going to go and I'm going to pop it into the ground right now, and then that, over the course of the next couple days, will give me some fruit. Next thing, I grab my shovel. Let's grab ourselves some dirt. Now what you do is when you can, use the proper tools for the proper job. Anything digging related, use a shovel. Especially when you get into these, like this here is flint. It's going to be used to build some tools. If you use the right tool, like you see in my inventory there, I got 3 pieces of flint. If I used my fist, I would only got 1. So you can get 3 times what you normally would get with just using your hand, and you're gonna dig quicker using your tools too. Now the first, it's not a bench, but it works like a bench, is the portal. If you tap on your portal, you're gonna see all of the stuff that you can get. Some of it's locked. You're gonna have to unlock it in the course of what you're doing. Workbench, that's kind of your first bench that you're gonna get. You're gonna be able to, if you collect the 5 pieces of the right fruit and you have enough crystals, you'll be able to get a second blockhead, which comes in handy. We'll cover that later. Double time, that's already done. Time crystals, you can buy them through here. Teleport, we'll use 10 time crystals. If you're exploring, like say you want to go out and travel the ocean and you're like, oh, I need to get back, you'll be able to hit teleport and that'll get you back. And you'll also be able to create portals on one of the benches, and you'll be able to put those portals throughout the world and teleport to one to the other, which is cool and pretty handy. Money, mostly used in the multiplayer, but you'll find money. You'll be able to make these trade portals and actually use the portals in the single player as well. Sign. This sign, you won't have to worry about that until you're into multiplayer. That protects the area, and you won't be worried about it unless you're running the multiplayer, because the ownership sign is only placeable by the owner of the world. And then you also have a bunch of locked stuff. We need to collect an amethyst. If you click on the little arrow up, it'll tell you what you need. We need 1 amethyst and 20 time crystals to upgrade our portal, so we don't have to worry about that yet. Before I create a bench, you want to get yourself some shelter as soon as possible. Now you can go out and try collecting the wood and right away. The way I do things is I just go right away. Let's grab another piece of dirt here. Go down a few blocks and go over a few blocks. That way you now, by doing that, have a shelter. It's just a hole in the ground, but when the elements come at you, you got a place that you can go in and take some shelter. Let's go one more block over, and I'm gonna put a piece of dirt over here. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that right in line with our portal. And then what I'm going to do is as I go along, I'm going to evolve this shelter of mine, make it bigger. Eventually, once I get materials, I'll build it up instead of going down. So there we go. Next thing you want to do is get yourself your workbench. That's your first, the first thing you want to grab, because that's gonna open up a lot of other things to build. As you see, that went fast. That's that double time. Normally you would have had to wait for a couple more seconds there. So that double time is very handy. So there we go. We got our workbench. Hit your workbench and hit. See what you got in here. This will show you everything you can build. Again, at some point we're going to have to collect 5 stone in order to build the next batch of workbenches. But right now we have enough to create. The first one we want to do is tool bench. That's going to get us the right tools for the right job. Let's put that one down. Again, as I always tell people, as soon as you make the bench, kind of look, you can click on the stuff that's locked and kind of look through there and see what you can build. Like, see, this workbench is going to build me my portal. Die benches, flywheel, all the, like, you go through and check all this stuff out. Familiarize yourself with it, because eventually you're gonna come across stuff in other benches that it's gonna say, well, you're gonna need this to build this item, and then if you've looked everything over, you'll know where that is. Tool bench, initially you have all the different flint items. Again, we need the 5 stone to upgrade that to stone tools. Right now we've got some flint. I want to build a machete next, because that's gonna get us more sticks. Now I could start exploring now while it's dark, but there's things called drop bears. They come down from the trees and they attack you when it's dark. So you can either sleep now if you're tired. If you're not tired, click your portrait on the left, and that'll give you your option to sleep. Actually, I guess I am tired. Hit sleep, and you'll go into a high speed mode, and you'll notice that's a good time to check out your stars. You see, they're not totally sideways. We got a little bit of an angle, so I'm gonna probably see some seasons. Won't be a lot, but we'll see some. I'm not gonna sleep away most of the day here. We're gonna wake up right away. Now, what we want to do is we want to go find ourselves a tree. We don't want to go and wreck our fruit tree, because we just planted that. Now, the other thing you want to check once in a while, on the left side, you see our bars are green. If you tap on it, it's going to give you more information. You're going to want to feed yourself when that gets low. Health, if you get injured. It'll tell you too if you're happy or not. Right now I'm very happy, and that's good. Being happy makes me happy. So the gray blocks there, that's clay. We'll need that for crafting stuff later. We're just going to continue on. I'm going to grab this pine cone, and I am going to grab a stick. There we go. I'm not going to use up this tree, because, like I say, if I make the right tool, we're going to have we're going to get more stuff. I'm going to take this pine cone. I'm going to go and I'm going to plant it over here. So it's that tree's close, but we want it closer. We don't want it too close because, like I say, drop bears, they spawn. They don't spawn on fruit trees. They spawn on pine trees. So once this tree gets nice and big, we're going to get a bear. We want a bear, but we don't want a bear too close. Bears are going to give us leather and fur, and we're going to need that if we ever see some snow. So we got our stick, we got some flint. Let's go to our tool bench and make a machete. Again, we're still pretty low on the bar, so it's not. You don't need to use your crystals up. It's worth it just to wait. Here's our machete. I'm gonna throw that in with my tools. And let's go and get some branches. So now I'm gonna farm this tree completely of branches, and that should give us it'll give us 3 on each. So that should give us enough to build some stuff, more stuff here. Now, what you'll find, and it's frustrating in multiplayer, is a lot of new players don't realize that you get more materials doing things this way. They'll come along and they'll chop the very bottom block of a tree, and that normally only gives you a couple pieces of wood and a few sticks. Doing it the way I just did, right there I've gotten 30 sticks. Way more efficient, and you're not going to deplete your resources. You'll get in if you wanted to do multiplayer, you get into some worlds where everything is just gone, all the dirt's gone, everything, and it's just a wasteland. And we don't want to do that. If we continue with this video series, we will make a multiplayer world, and we're going to want to make sure people don't do that to the world, because you want things looking nice and you want things working right. So let's go into our bench. Next one we want to build a craft bench. That takes some dirt and one of the sticks we just got. There we go. And let's put our next bench down. Go right in there. Take a look. There's not a lot to do before you need to upgrade. Upgrade's going to cost us limestone. The main thing we built this bench for is we want these baskets. You've got another 6 spots that don't have baskets in your inventory. You want to put a basket in each one, so you need another 6 baskets. So we're going to build. I got enough sticks for 5. Let's go ahead and build them now. And we're going to get that 6th one right away too, because we want to. Right there, you've increased your inventory so much. I kind of like to keep things kind of in order here, so we'll kind of do that for now. Now let's continue right. Need to find myself some more sticks. Now what I'm going to do is, we got a good start on the game. I don't like bringing my videos more than a half hour long. So this is already spending some time in the game. It's got me all jazzed up and wanting to play some more again. So I'm going to cut the video off now. Hit like if you like the video, dislike if you don't. Leave me comments as usual. And I'm going to have a second video, probably rapid fire release them. So stay tuned. We'll see you on the next one.